Hi everyone, Jennifer Adkins, EDL 856 case study. The summary of this case study is that the current PTA has been disbanded. There has been a new parent group that has been formed, but there is confusion from the principal as to why this new group has been formed. At the last parent meeting, there was no big red flags or any parent concerns that would lead to the PTA being disbanded and this new group being formed. So as the principal, he has concerns over this group, but he's also very confused as to why the old PTA was disbanded. They met with the principal met with the president of the new group. She's a lawyer, to discuss the annual back to school night. This new parent, she shared that the new parent group has a lot of ideas to get parents involved. This new parent group would like to have a bigger role within the school with decision and policy making. They have ideas about what back to school should look like, involving the teachers doing more work, creating presentations, staying for parent-teacher conferences afterwards. This group, they believe that they should become equal partners within the school. They want to help with student discipline. They want to come in and observe the school and make recommendations and such. The parent group met a week before, and this was concerning because as far as the principal knows, no one else had been informed, especially the principal had not been informed of any meetings. And the principal needs to know he knows he has to respond, and he knows he has to do this in a diplomatic manner, but also this is his communication with the parents. He has to continue to have a positive working relationship. So this is a very delicate situation, and they realize that. Legal and ethical issues. There's a lot here. First of all, when you're talking about back to school night at the middle school level, there's a lot of teachers that teach different sections of classes. Sometimes they even teach two different subject areas. So when it comes to changing back to school nights, and this parent group is asking for teachers to create a presentation and only have 1 to 2 subjects per night, some teachers may have to create 2 different presentations and present on 2 different nights. Having teachers present on 2 different nights would interfere with the negotiated evening activities that's in the teacher contracts. So this would be an issue that would be taken up with NEA and the board. Board policy. There's a number of things that the parent group listed as far as wanting to be involved in the school policy making. The Board of Education makes their policy, and they did recognize that, and they simply said that they want to have more of a say on the policies that are made within the school. This, depending upon what type of policies they're making, this could interfere with what the board policy is, or it could go against what the board policy is. In the end, any policies that are made within just the school have to be approved district-wide, because if parents start complaining, the district has to be able to support the school. Also, it ultimately comes back to the principal, and the principal is the one that's going to take all the repercussions for making this policy. So that is a fine line right there. FERPA, student privacy. When you're talking about discipline within the school, that's a fine line with parents, especially this parent group. And as a lawyer, for the president being a lawyer, she should be aware of the FERPA rules. But there are certain, we have to make sure that we are not violating any student privacy. The other thing that was mentioned was, teacher evaluations. Kansas has has KEEP 2, which is the Kansas evaluation process. So we would have to make sure that um, they are not interfering with the Keep To process. Also, um, teacher evaluations are between the teacher and the school, um, and they do not necessarily, this is also, I would believe this would be an NEA issue as well. Um, Parents don't necessarily need to have the say in this process, especially since Kansas has a process to begin with. Synthesis. So the people involved are the principal, and he's in a very difficult position because he is very much needing parental support. He needs involvement from parents in the school. So being able to demonstrate what they can and cannot do and what kind of role they play is a very fine line. There is the teachers. Once the teachers become aware of some of this, the teachers could become very upset, and so the principal will have to deal with the teachers as well. Then you have parents. Not all parents have been informed about the meetings from this parent group, nor have they been included in what this parent group is wanting. So there's potentially a set of parents that could be upset. Students. Ultimately, the students are the ones that are going to pay the price if all of these factors can't get along. The place, the school, and the classroom. All of this directly affects what could be happening at school and in the classroom. The program, you have district policies. You have the curriculum again, and the curriculum is set through the district. So a teacher, a parent organization does not necessarily have the right to come in and dictate what is going to be taught, especially since that is determined at the district level. Teacher evaluation, again, there is the Keep To system that is done through the state of Kansas, and then discipline. Just to review everything, we have the new parent group that wants more of a leadership role within the school. They want to help with the school policy, curriculum decision, teacher evaluations, and discipline. The principal wants and encourages parent involvement, but is very concerned with this new group and their demands. The principal is also concerned about the lack of communication the parent group has had from the parent group about meetings, and not talking with the whole community as well. Which I just said, the rest of the community, the stakeholders, have they been informed? Moving forward, as a principal, you need to begin with contacting the district office, the district lawyer, and NEA. Have the conversations, inform them what this parent group is wanting, and start getting suggestions and advice on how to proceed forward. The district office is going to really provide you and help give you the guidelines as to what the parent group can and cannot do, how much involvement they can have within the school. So they're going to be your go-to place right now. And NEA is going to help with any of the teacher contract issues. Second step, you need to review the district policies. You need to be able to know them and the teacher contract. Even though you've gone to the district and you've asked for NEA, you need to know these down pat. You need to be informed, and so when a question is asked of you, you are able to answer that, not just rely on someone else. Also, another resource to look at is go to ksc.org or pta.org on information, and try and find information on how much role a parent group can have in schools. Just to kind of help you out, help you make informed decisions. Options and evaluation. So I've provided 4 options. The first one would be to agree to the new groups, committees, and involvement in the school. The problem with that one is that you will run across a lot of legal issues and ethical issues, and it can lead to distrust and animosity between the school and parents. Um, the second option is to have no collaboration with the parent group beyond what the PTA had. Just keep things status quo. Moving forward, the only type of involvement they're going to have is the same type of involvement that the previous PTA had had. The evaluation of this one, that the school wouldn't have to make any changes, which would be good for them. But the parent group could become upset. But you also wouldn't have any legal or ethical issues associated with that. The third option is to have no collaboration at all with the parent group. Um, for this one, all parties would lose out. The parents would be upset, and the students would lose out, and there would also be no collaboration between the school and the parents. So, not necessarily the best option there. The fourth one is to present the group with the role that they can play within the school, outlined through the district, the teacher contracts, and NEA. You want to make sure that you welcome their involvement and you let them know your willingness to work. So there would be no legal or ethical issues with option 4. The school and the district would be happy. Also, teachers would be happy. The parent group may not be happy, but this is probably the best choice for all parties to be able to work together in the legal and ethical way. So, best choice options. So the best choice is going to provide open communication with the parent group. It's going to work within the FERPA laws, teacher contracts, NEA, and district guidelines. The best choice will put the students' best interests and academic success first. The best choice is going to have open communication and a willingness to cooperate with each other. I believe the best choice is option 4. In order to implement this option, I would arrange a meeting with the parent group, district representatives, NEA, and a teacher. And I would make sure there's a teacher involved. I would begin by explaining that the wishes of the school is to have a good working relationship with the parent group. I would make sure there's a presentation created where the district and NEA representatives explain the guidelines or limitations that this parent group could have. They explain FERPA, the teacher contract, district policy, how the calendar works, how the Board of Education works, and then sit down and explain exactly how much involvement this parent group can have within the school. Moving forward, I would make sure that there's a set of monthly meetings that are made public for everyone to attend. And I would make sure these meetings get put on a calendar. I would create some training opportunities for all the parents. One, just to be able to see the presentation that was presented, but learn about FERPA and the district policies. Being able to move forward with this group is crucial for student success, for positive community relationships. This parent group is your first connection with the community around you, and being able to foster this relationship is very important for the principal. I believe that there will be concessions that need to be made. They had mentioned wanting to have some surveys with parents, which would be extremely beneficial for you as a principal. So being able to meet them halfway on certain things is going to be necessary. I think that they can also provide a lot of really great ideas, and making sure that you're conveying that to them will be super important. I think that there's just going to have to be concessions made on both sides in order for this group to be able to have a positive working relationship. But I believe that it can be done. And overall, the points that you are pointing out to them are limitations that are going to be pointed to them from the district and NEA, and then other things that you'll be able to work with them on. I think moving forward, this can help create a positive working relationship. So, thank you.